again. I'm going to do the third of the 5. This is our bankroll. We are up to $5,026. All right. So obviously I'm going to have to trade some of these in to get some usable chips. So I'm going to get $1,000 in usable chips here. There's 100. It's going to be 600. 1,000. Re-rack this $4,000. And this is our other pieces. All right. Hello, everybody. We're going to go blue dice. Blue dice, blue dice, blue dice. All right. This time, I'm going to do the same thing. We need 10 shooters. 10 shooters. Hello, Mike. Hello, Googs. Hello, Rocky. 10 shooters. We're playing the same thing, guys. $1,000 lay 10. 100, 100, 100. 90 and 90. 15 on the pass line. All right. So, 10 shooters. We're going to start with the dice. Then we're going to do 2 randoms. 2, 3, 3, 2. See if we can get through the come out here. And we got an 8. 6, 2, 8. Gotta love that. It's going to win 105. We're going to come down. First round is established. We're winners already. I'm just going to grab them how they sit and throw them with a little bit of control. We got the 4. Okay. All right. 15. Here we go. And there's the 8. That's the point. Oh, we forgot our odds. That's our bad. That's our mess up. We're going to be off on the come out. We forgot our odds. That's a 3, 2, 5. Drop a nickel. Points 5. I'm just going to shoot it out from here. See what happens. See. Yo. I don't have my computer set up, so I'm just trying to catch as much of the chat as I can, guys. $600 winner. And there's the 4. If we stayed on the Iron Cross, right? And there's a 6, $35 6. All right. Oops. And then we're going to get 5 ones. Here we go. Yo. How's everybody doing tonight? Good, I hope. And there's the 8. This is going to be a $49 8. I'm going to drop $1 and get 50. make that. Here we go. Oh, it was going to keep going, then chips knocked it onto the 7. Dang it. All right, rack it all up. We lost. Well, we didn't lose. The shot ended. All right, random shooter. Coming out. We're going to do the same stuff. We're not afraid. We've had one random shooter roll come out 10 on us out of 30 something come out rolls. So we're not going to start getting afraid now. If it happens, we'll stick to the game plan and build it back. All right, here we go. Coming out. 6, 2, 8. It's going to win 105. It's that easy. Now you're playing for free. Gotta love playing for free. We're going to get our odds right this time. Oops. All right, here we go. And we have a 6, 4, 10. So we beat it by one roll, but that's all that counts. You just have to beat it one roll. That's it. And there's the 5. Okay. It's going to be a $20 winner overall. 5 is going to win 35, lose 15 in the field. So we're going to collect that 20. And there's a hard 4. $15 winner. I'm going to pick up the 4. I'm going to move these back a little bit. There we go. Spread now. There's the 11. All right, now we have all the numbers. And dang it. That is the one negative of trying to get across all the numbers without collecting. You go on a lot of rolls, not necessarily collecting a whole lot. All right. So there's definitely different options there that you can do. If you would like to collect more often, then, because you already got all those numbers you're covered with the field. So you could just collect more of that money. And it's not like you're not going to win on those numbers. All right, here we go. This is also going to be a random shooter. I'm going to do my shot and 2 randoms like I've been doing. All right, right there on that hard 10. We don't want that, right? Here we go. Let's throw them. Let's get through the roll. Oh, I think I talked that one up. There's a 10. I really feel like I talked that one all the way up. And a 6. Okay. 5, 1, 6. $105. Oh wait, we got 105. Need some reds. So that's 60. That's more than 105, isn't it? All right. Oh, let's get that down. I'm going to pull the 4 off. 60, 90. That's exactly 105. I don't like to do this, but we are going to hear. 8 $35 winner. I'll grab the 4 now. We need an okay roll. Next time I might go to the casino. Probably next weekend. Dang, there's a 7. Next weekend, probably. All right, it's coming back. Let's get $1,000. All right, so both times we've been knocked off, it has been on random shooters. It was not ourself, which is a very good sign. That's a good sign that we're not knocking our own shot off. Here we go. And there's the 9, 5, 4. That's 140. We got 140 to work with. We got to make some money back. And all right, here we go. See if we can get some winners. And there's the 5 for 35. I need some winners. I'm going to rack 3 before I press here. And there's the 4. That's going to be a $27 4. I think in one of the videos I put out recently, I paid $28 on a 10. It's supposed to be 27. Here we go. And there's the 8, 6, 2. All right, so that was 3 wins. So that's $100. Or real close to it. I'm going to take these. Down to like this. The reason being for this is I'm just trying to make a little more money because we did lose on that 110. So I'm trying to collect a few more times. And there's the 4 for another $27. Here we go. And there's the 8. It's going to be $21. And there's the 9. We made our point. We're going to be off on the come out. Here we go. And I come out 7. Perfect. Perfect. All right. What I'm going to do with this, take my 4 and 10 up to buys. Rack $5. Still off. Still off on the come out. And there's the 9.9. Okay. Here we go. Hard 6. 2 3s, hard 6. I think we have 30 there. Okay, 30. I'm going to swap it out so we know what it looks like. and then we're going to win 35. Oh, that ain't a buy, sorry. Here we go. And there's the 8 for $35 more. Here we go. And there's the 8 for $35 more. I'm guessing it's time to press that 8. Here we go. And there's the 10. We're going to drop $1. We're going to get 40. Here we go. And there's the 9. We made our point. 15 there, 30 in the back. Rack all this up. We're going to be off on the come out. Here we go. And there's the 6. The point's going to be 6. Let's put 30 in odds. Put this over here. Here we go. And there's a 3. Okay. It's our first horn number. We were hitting a lot of boxes. Here we go. And there's a 4, 314. We're going to drop $1 and get 50. Just pressing up. Press, press, press. And there's the hard 8 for 70. Here we go. That's the hard 4. We're going to drop $1, get 50. Bump that up to 50. I'm going to rack this other. Here we go. And hard 4 right back. Okay, drop $1 and get 50. Just racking up money, trying to get that little bad run, bad hit we had, trying to earn it back. And there's our out. This, I know I said I would never probably take money down, but in this situation we were just in, where we were coming off of having a loser, it might not have been a terrible idea if you'd won all that money back to take it down. That would probably be the only situation that I would say would warrant that. Because if we would have took all that down, we would have probably had everything back that we lost on that one roll. I mean, we're about 600, 550 or something of it back, so that's good. We're gonna go. This is gonna be a random roll again. So again, I'm kind of proving to myself with this little sequence of this little series of videos that overall it's probably not worth playing against the randoms on this, because I haven't missed a come out yet, but I've had 2 random misses. So we're still winning. But we've had 2 losses overall. And there's the 4. The point's going to be 4. So, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of, we're going to drop $1 and get 200. Because we've had so many that didn't lose. So, I don't know. It's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of another type of thing. You are going to win so many of the times. Is them a couple times going to matter all that much? I don't know that they will. All right, random shoot it. Awesome. Hard 6, double 3, hard 6. Yes, I'm still up $600 after 2 losses. Still up $600. There's $35 6. And those losses were only on the random guys. Now, and there's a 7. On the flip side of that, a couple of the random shots turned out to be some pretty lucrative shots. So it does kind of even out. You are going to have a couple random shooters that have long shots and you make a bunch of money on. So I've had both. I've only had the 2 losses in these videos. I had like 35 or 38 come outs or something. Only 2 times it lost. So again, it's supposed to lose 1 out of every 12 come outs, and we're destroying that. All right, this is also a random shooter, and then the next one will be me. Here we go. Let's see what happens. See if we can get through. And we got a 3. Okay, so that's not good. You don't want to have extra shots. Aces. Ugh. So that's $30 right there. I don't really count the come-outs against anything. And there's the 8. So I still count this as winning 105. I don't count it as winning 75. But you definitely could. I just accept that I'm going to lose that sometimes. Okay. Jump into the iron cross here. And a little bit of odds. All right, let's see if we can get a couple wins here. And we got a 5. That's going to be a $20 winner overall. It's going to win 35, but we're going to lose 15. So it's 20 overall. And there's the 5 right back. It's another 20. So at least we got that 30 we lost on the pass line back. And the 7. Okay. That's pretty normal for a random shooter. They're going to go 3, 4, 5 rolls and out. All right. My shot now. So we're at 600. We started at up $1,026. So for the session, we're actually down $400 from that loss. So we're going to try to get that back here before the end of our session. You know, if we're at $1,027, we were successful. But was it worth it? Probably not. So we want to be at, you know, up 1,500 or something. So we need to make some good shots. Here we go, coming out. A 3. Well, these come out rolls, I'm going to lose $15 at a time. All the way to nothing. It's going to break me. Oh, that's not right. Here we go. $7. Okay, so the 7 is a $10 winner overall because you win 500 minus 25 for VIG. There's 480 there, but you win 15 here. So that works out to be $10 overall. I do not like not rolling a number pretty quick, because every time you do, the odds of you making a mistake get worse and worse and worse. And there's another 7 for 10 more bucks. That was a bad shot. It hit the rubber. So that's one of the things that, man, you really need to get those numbers quick. No. I honestly don't think, if you'll shoot the dice yourself and you'll practice missing either the 4 or the 10, whichever one it is you want to miss, there's an 11. So it's just a come out winner. Whichever one it is you feel like you can miss. Then you should be fine. I mean, you could make $500 a day with this pretty easily, I would say. Especially if you only played it on your shot and there's another 11. So that's 4 rolls without making a point. I am getting a little scared here, and I'm rolling these 11s, so 6s and 5s aren't good when you're trying to miss the 10. That's not good. And I do have a hard 10 in my dice set. So it is like 4 rolls like this. I probably won't go this long. If it was like this, I would probably either cut it in half or something. Just because the more chances you get, and there's a 3. So I don't know why we're rolling horn numbers right now, but we are. But the more chances you get to mess up, the more likely you're going to mess up. Because obviously you're only going to be able to make perfect shots for so long. So let's see if this burns us. And it did burn us. You see, that was like our 5th or 6th shot, and we rolled a 10. And I should get a hard 10 every now and then. So this is actually, I believe, the first time we've been negative, maybe? Maybe. I might be wrong on this. That is just, I mean, you roll 5 times and finally roll a 10. And there's an 11 again. All right. So I'm missing, if you guys think about the math involved in this, okay, so I think that's the 6th shot. So I've missed these numbers for 6 shots in a row. That's very difficult to do. And there's the 6. So we finally got it. $105 winner. That's very difficult to do. And like I was saying, as that starts scaring me, if I start rolling a whole bunch of non-box numbers, I'll call them. Oops. I just think it keeps getting you closer to having that one bad roll. And the hard 10, I'm going to get some of them because it's natural for that set to roll a hard 10. All right, here we go. So now we got some work to do. And we got a 12. Of course, I'm not in the field right now. Yeah, and maybe that's the argument for it being a true one hit can't miss and doing the math to get your horn numbers right. Because then we would have been out of there right away. So there's $100 or $35. You know, so we definitely could have done that. We could have got the math right and had horn numbers in it as well. And there's a 6. It's going to be a $20 winner. So we've had a lot of rolls on this shot and really haven't made it. Well, besides the 10 that we lost, but even then, we really haven't made no wins. And there's a 3. I am glad I did roll the hard 10 and not the 6-4 though, because that means I did make a good shot. And there's the 7. So that was a relatively long roll, but with all the horn numbers, we really didn't win anything. I mean, and I'm outside of losing the money. No, that is not the goal. If you're thinking like that, if you're thinking that you have $1,000, so when you lose, then you'll be okay. You shouldn't be thinking you're going to lose. That you should never be there. That should never be part of what you're thinking. All right, here we go. Here we go. Coming out. Let's see if we can dodge them, or let's see if this Tannin run is going to keep coming. Getting beat up. There's a 4. We're going to drop a nickel for 200. And you guys, I've thought about this a lot. If you roll a 4, it's almost better to just take your winnings on that roll. It's almost better just to accept that you won $195 and move on. Maybe just play just the 6 and 8 or something, because you know, you're going to get that. It's going to be more profitable more often by just keeping that money, especially if it's on a random shooter that you don't know that's just chucking the dice down there. You know, you're winning $195. And there's an 11. So on the 4, it's probably better just to keep the money. And there's a hard 4. Okay. $15 winner. We'll be off on the come out. And there's a 3, of course. We've had so many come out losers on this pass line. It's heavily outweighing the come out winners on the 7. That's pretty interesting. And there's a 7. All right. And there's a 10, so we're on the 10. Put that back here. Hopefully we can get a few hits. And there's the 8, $35. Just going to let it win for a while. Hopefully I can get a bunch of winners and we didn't. Okay. All right, let's see where we're at. So we're still about 250 down. And what I mean by down is down. We had 2 7s or 2 10s in this session. So we're trying to defeat 2 10s after being up 1,000. So this is actually a good test for this to see if it can do this, to see if it's going to come back from this situation. Got one more random shooter here, and then we're going to go to my shot and see how it ends. All right, here we go. A 12. These come out losers are crazy. I had to have lost $100 in come out losers. There's another one. Dang it. What is going on with these? I mean, this really isn't even part of the strategy. It's just so you can shoot the dice. I mean, you wouldn't have to have it here. The 7 is negative then. You don't want the 7 to be negative. All right, there's 140. But this is a good example of, you know, sometimes the dice aren't going to cooperate and they're not going to roll you a winner right away. And you're going to have to sweat a bunch of times. You know, sometimes it's going to be like that. Yeah. And there's an 11. We'll go every other on the field. And there's the 4. So we'll collect this one. Since we lost 10 come out rolls. And there's the 3. Well, I'm hitting them horror numbers, isn't I? They're really hot this episode. And there's the 8. That's going to be a $20 winner. I think I was supposed to press that last one, right? Or put it out there somewhere. I believe I was. And there's the 9. Okay, so we finally got a double up. Winner, 21. All right, so this is going to give us the opportunity to go up 2 units, 1 unit, 2 units. We need some whites. That way we can build this iron cross a little bit. Hopefully you don't just lose right here. And there's the 8 again. Okay. So it's going to be a $49 winner. We're going to lose 20. So we're going to win 29 total. I'm going to pick up the 4 because we don't have it. And there's the 8. So again, we're going to win. I'm going to drop $1 and get 30 because we would win 29. All right. Rack it up. Six, 2, 8. Got a lot of 8s coming. Going to drop $1 and get 30. Bumping up the iron cross. We're going to have to bump this up back here. I'm going to take it to 26. I'll just take it to 30. Hopefully we get a few more hits. And we got the 9. That's a good one. And then that's going to win 21. Here we go. Still have all the same numbers, I just don't have double ups. And there's the 10, I guess I should have left it. That's $25. Sorry, I'm going to turn these into 60. That way I know what they are. That's 30 back there. I'm going to add 10 more dollars to that and make it 40 in odds. All right. Here we go. And there's the 9. That's going to win a quarter. And there's the 8. So that is going to win 45. Okay, which is perfect. Because now that 45 is going to allow me to put my money back out here. I just wanted to get it off the table for a minute. I felt like there was a 7 coming, but obviously there wasn't at that time. And there's the 9. It's going 25 and 21. Six, okay. That's going to be 84 minus 30. We're going to win 54. $6-5, yo. $30 winner. Put that at 50 in odds. And there's the 9. So that is going to be 30 and 21. 21 there, 30 there. We're going to win 51. The good thing about bumping up the Iron Cross is it's essentially like bumping up everything. There's a 3-1-4. All right, so we're going to win 27 and 35. 35. 27. And there's the 8, okay? It's a $105 8 minus 60. So that's 45. I'm going to have to trade this in for a black chip. There's a amount of red chips over here. All right. $639, okay, 60, 35, I'm going to take that to 75, take that to 80. If your casino is 3, 4, 5, you're going to have to add something to that, so we'll add a chip to that to make that right. And I'm going to wrap this up. And there's the 9 again. That's a $75 winner, $35 winner. This is what's great about having this set up, because now we're in this long roll and we're able to take advantage of it with no risk. There's no risk involved in taking advantage here. Just because we've already paid for all the risk. It's 80. All right, so as you can see, I've been taking bets off the board. It's just kind of the way I'm keeping up with it. There's an 8, so it's going to win 120. I mean 140, sorry. 120 wins 140. And put the 75 back. So now I grab that. It's just how I'm keeping up with it. And at any time here, guys, hold on, I'm going to swap this right here. This stack of greens, which will be 500 for a blue chip. Here we go. And there's the 5. We finally made our point. It may even lose. Hell, I don't know. All right. So what do we have? 80. All right. So the 80, that's going to pay 120. This is going to lose. And then we got 20 there. So I'm going to drop a nickel for a quarter. All right. We're going to rack everything up. I'm going to put $25 on the pass line. Everything's going to be off. I'm going to put this here and get a black chip. All right, here we go. Coming out, everything's off. And we got an 11, a yo, 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 yo. It's going to win a quarter. Just going to drop it right here on the. Still off. We're still off on this come out. And there's a 7 for another quarter. All right, I'm going to go like this. And there's the 8. The point is going to be 8. Put that 100 in odds. So we got a healthy board, guys. Healthy board. At this point, though, because you did have all those losers, you're at, okay? So let's do that. Let's do that really quick. All right, so there's 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,200, 2,200, 3,200, 3,700. All right, so we started with $4,000 at the very beginning of all this. All right, so if we take 300 out of here, now we for sure got our starting bankroll, so we're well back in the profit again off of one long roll. Obviously, we got lucky with the long roll here, but this strategy, it provides you with that luck because it's allowing you to be around for those long rolls without risk. Right, so at this point, would you want to reduce down, take your 6 and 8 down? That way you're going to go home almost $700-800, probably at least. All right, that's actually what I'm going to do. I know it sounds crazy because we've been on such a great roll. Some people will disagree with this, but that's what I'm going to do. All right, so here we go, coming out. Or it's not coming out, it's on the 8 now. See what happens. And there's the 6, so we just lost a huge winner there. So all the people that are against it are just like, see. But anyways, I just, we had a bad day. We had a bad day, and so it turned around in one roll for us, and I don't want to give that back. And there's the 5. All right, so that's going to be $49. We're going to drop $1 for 50. We can build right back up if it keeps going. That's fine. And there's our 7 out. All right, so I feel like I did the right thing. I know it would have hit the big number there. We would have made a big chunk, but we would have lost all that back. I feel like I did the right thing there. All right. So the last shot of this session. It's going to be my shot. I'd be absolutely happy with the $4,000 I got up here if this was me. I would probably not shoot this shot if I was. I would just take my money because still for the day, I would be down like $300 or for the session or whatever because I only have 600, 700. And we were up 1,026. So I am going to shoot it out though. I'm going to trade this in for a blue chip, guys. These 500. That way I kind of know what I got over here. 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's 4,000. All right, I am going to shoot it out because I said I would go 10 shooters. So I'm going to keep doing that. But if this was me at the casino, I would not. I would just take the money and go. Because after that good long roll, you made a bunch of your money back. You covered those two bad hits. I would be completely content with just being happy being ahead. All right, here we go. We're looking for not a 10 and also not horn numbers, which is something we ain't been able to manage. And there's a 7, so that's just like a horn number. $10 winner. Here we go. And there's another 7. For sure at this point, I might be done. Because this is looking like that one roll. My damn dog is getting crazy out there. Here we go. Yay, we made it. $105 winner on that 6. Oops. All right, so obviously we're going to jump into the Iron Cross. That's what I do in this situation. All right, here we go. Regress to 66. I prefer the Iron Cross because I get money on everything. And there's the 5. It's going to win 20. Here we go. And there's the 5 again. 3, 2, 5. $20. I'm going to bump that up. Here we go. And there's another 5. So all we should have been betting was the 5 because it's the only one that wants to make any money. All right, I'm going to bump up every part of the cross except for the field. Here we go. And there's the 5 again. All right, $42. $42 winner. I'm actually going to take the field up 1. And there's a hard 4. Okay. $20. I'm going to rack this in for a $100 chip. I need some red chips. Here we go. And there's the 5 again. Okay. So that is going to be 49. So we're going to win 29. Oops. $49 winner. going to take my 8 up to 60. Here we go. And there's aces. That's our first doubler. Oh, double. $50 winner. It's going to allow us to bump that up. All of that. Gotta love those double winners. Here we go. And there's the 9. Okay, that's going to win a quarter. We're shooting really well, like really well. Oh, right when I opened my damn mouth. All right, let's see where we ended up. Not terrible after a bad run, which was what I've been waiting to see, a bad run, right? So we know this is going to be 4,000 up here. There's 600. Oh, it's a little more, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 3,400, 4,000. All right, so let's see where we're up. 500, 600, 700, 800, 850, 865, 869. So we're basically down $200 from the start of this session. After I believe, did we hit 3 10s in this session or just 2? Anyways, we hit a few 10s either way. So 4,000, 5, 6, 7, 8. $869. So 4,869. It's 4,500. 800. 50. 65. 69. Okay. Color this up. Put it back here for the next time. So we've had one losing session. We didn't go negative at the end there. We're still positive overall, but that was a losing session. All right, so we have 2 more videos or 20 more shooters. So that's not terrible. We have finally rolled our first come out 10 when our shot, but we rolled like 6 times horn numbers and stuff before that. So that was kind of an anomaly there. Kind of unusual to have all those horn numbers and that 10 before a 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. 4, 5, 6, 8, or 9. Kind of an unusual situation there. Yeah, so far we've had 2 profitable sessions and 1 non-profitable session. Obviously, we hit a couple 10s and that hurt us, but still the overall of it is good, that's a good sign. It came back very well. Now, we did get the benefit of a really good roll, but that's what this strategy affords you, is to be out there for the real good rolls. And that is the complete idea of this. If you can play this way, you're basically guaranteeing yourself that you're going to take advantage of the good roll, because you're going to be there for it. because you're going to be playing for free, so it's not going to be a big deal. You can just sit out there and leave your money because you've already made the profit. And yeah, I mean, however you decide to press. Yeah, no, I'm believe it, guys. I'm super thrilled there was a bad run. I really did not want it to go 5 good runs because that's just not reality. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do think this will win most of the time, but you're just not going to win all of the time. That's just not the case. That's not how this works. And so I don't like it when videos do that. I hate it when the videos just go really good all the time because it's not how it goes. I mean, there's ups and downs. So sometimes in short spans like that, you'll just get the up and you'll never see the down. So I'm glad we got to see some of the down on this. And 10 shooters at a craps table, basically like what happened here, is going to take you every bit of an hour, hour and a half. Yeah, appreciate it, Duracell. If you have a couple good rolls in there, it's going to take a little while because dealers are going to be dealing with players, and some rolls will go a minute, some rolls will go 3 minutes, some rolls will go 30 seconds, but they usually average out to about a minute. So you got to keep that in mind. I had more than 10 come out sevens. I had some come out sevens. I had a ton of come out horn numbers. It was the horn numbers that were really causing the problem, because especially on my shot, there was that run of horn numbers and sevens before that 10, the one where I did shoot a 10. So instead of, the dice control worked in that case. I rolled 6 times before I rolled the 10. So it was working. I just wasn't getting these numbers that I needed. So that is something to adjust. You can manipulate the math to where you could work it to where you could get like 66 inside, and no matter what you rolled, as long as it wasn't a 10 or a 7, you could manipulate the math in there to do that and manipulate the bets. I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't went and worked it out, but you definitely could. You're not going to have to put a ton on the horn to do that. But you definitely could make it to where as long as you didn't hit roll a 10 or a 7, you would be good. It would get you to 66 inside or something like that. So that's definitely something you can do. I just haven't worked out the bet scheme for it. But I'll do it. I just want to get this done, and then maybe I'll do another set of videos that's actually truly one hit, can't miss. Well, you should only roll 3 10s out of every 36 rolls, and you should roll 6 7s out of every 36 rolls. So you're absolutely right. It should be a 2-to-1 ratio, and that's why it pays 1 to 2. I mean, you can just lay the 10 and play that way. I've showed videos where it works just fine. You just have to be really conscious. You have to have good money management. You have to be really, really know where you're at profit wise, because you are going to have a run where you're in the profit and you need to leave then if you're just going to lay the 10 or just doing a lay bet of any kind, if that's going to be your strategy. It's a just fine strategy. I can't, Skill. If you would have asked me 2 hours ago, I would definitely have been interested, but I can't. I got like a game thing with my son coming up, so we're gonna play a game. I'm supposed to. Someone called me and Big AZ out the other day too. Like they want us to play. They want me and Big AZ to play. Like we didn't call each other out. Someone else called us out. So it was Chris, I believe. But anyway, so supposedly we need to get together and make that happen. I want to do it on his because he's better at the technology part, and he can Skype me in or Zoom me in or whatever it is we do there. But we'll get that worked out. You know, he's got a lot of busy stuff he does. He does a lot of different series and stuff. So no, I don't think it was you, Chris T. I think it was Chris C. But anyways, I mean, it's fine. I don't have a problem playing anybody. It doesn't bother me. But definitely is supposed to happen sometime. I'm surprised you're not finding people for Big Z's channel. People like playing on there. He does a good job. Thank you, Benjamin. Yeah, he does a good job of dealing and stuff, so he has a really great channel. The other night when they were doing the drunk craps, that was hilarious. That was some of the funniest stuff I've seen. It was by far the funniest craps videos I've seen. But I mean, it was hilarious. But yeah, so guys, this strategy, I still got some fine tuning to do. There's some things that I think you can fit into it that I just haven't been doing yet because I've been keeping it very structured and very simple for this first run. Yeah, I didn't watch Color Up Show because I came on here. But yeah, he definitely you know, he does a lot of that groundwork for people, man. He gets out there and he sees what all that new stuff's all about. You know, he's a real enthusiast of the game, more so than just playing it. He wants to learn how to deal it, and he does every facet of the game. So he's definitely very, very, very knowledgeable in every facet of the game, not just like strategy or dice setting or whatever else. You know, he actually knows about what casinos are doing and the new tables and bubble craps. So he knows a lot about everything to do with craps. So he's definitely a huge asset. I'm going to go pretty soon down to Louisiana to do that with my friend Larry. Going to go check it out. The table he likes so much down there. We're going to go play a session down there. So probably next weekend. I got to get a hold of him and awesome. That's cool. You know, tell me what happens. I used to get a lot of good emails and everything. People telling me, you know, they won money and this and that with my strategies, and then I kind of quit getting emails about it. So I'm wondering if people are losing now. I don't know. I just don't hardly ever get the emails no more. Every now and then. But yeah, so still, again, this is scalable, guys. It works better at the bigger levels because you're going to be able to catch up faster if you do have a problem. If you try to play it at a really low level, it's going to be very difficult to catch up if you have a mishap. Yeah, absolutely, man. I try to answer every comment if it's like posed like a question, and even most of them that aren't. I try to answer something. I answer my emails. You can actually text me directly if you'll just go to my website, and my phone number is at the bottom of it. If you just scroll all the way down. Clayton, there's a good chance I'm going to be in Colorado a lot. Awesome, that's great. There's a good chance I'm going to be in Colorado a lot coming up. Most likely, the situation looks like I'm going to be moving to Colorado. So me and my whole family are going to be moving out there. It's tentative right now, but that's what the situation looks like, that we are going to be moving out there. It has to do with my wife's medical stuff. So we're definitely going to be moving out there. I would say it's a 90% chance. And also, which is great because in May, yeah, absolutely, absolutely, Rick. In May, their limits go up, so I can actually play the things that I play, which is nice. So, but anyway, so that's the way it looks like my life is heading right now. Yeah, I mean, I've thought about all that stuff and everything, and it's one of the things that I'm really, that's really not what I'm in this for. Because at first I was really interested in the merchandise part of it. And I made my own shirts for a while now. I let Teespring do it, and I design everything I do. But honestly, guys, if if you just want to buy something that has my name on it, that's great, and I appreciate it. But I honestly really don't want your money. Uh, I know it sounds crazy, right? But YouTube pays me, Google pays me for this content, pays me to hang out with you guys. So uh, don't get me wrong. If you just want a shirt or something, that's cool. And if you want it designed a certain way, just let me know and I'll do it. Uh, and then you can get it that way. But just overall, that's why I'm not really big on that. I don't push it real hard or anything because I really just want to hang out with you guys and play craps and talk about craps and talk about sports and that stuff. I'm more interested in that side of things. Uh, this is still secondary for me as far as the money goes. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do the YouTube for money, but uh, it's not necessarily my primary objective. So, uh, but I in so that's just kind of where I'm at on that. But obviously, if you want to buy a shirt, cool, they're there. If you want it designed a different way, let me know, and I'll get it on there. There's masks on there too. I actually was going to make my own chips for a while. I actually built a little rig and everything to go buy Walmart chips and then put my own little stamp thing in them and everything. And I was going to sell them and stuff and give them away. But then I was just like, I honestly just don't really like to get y'all's money. I really don't, because I know you guys work for your money, and I really don't. Yeah, that's it. There's a lot of casinos up there, right? There's a bunch, right? I've never been up there. Now, on the flip side of that, when I finish my book, which I'm still writing, I got about 13 or 14,000 words written. Uh, I am going to be selling my book. And that's mostly because it costs money to make a book. So, like, it's just not free to make physical copies. I actually have to pay for them, and so I am actually going to have to get money back for them. And I put a lot of time and effort into this, so it's I am going to be selling that, and but that's not necessarily like I'm not trying to not make a bunch of money off it, but I don't want, it's expensive to publish a book in the way I want to publish it because I want full color pictures. Because I understand craps is a very visual game, so people need to see the visuals, and so I want the book to be very user friendly in that fashion. Big writing, that way, there's going to be charts and stuff in it that you can pull out that are going to have like the little serrated things so you can actually pull them out of the book, as my plan. But so there's a lot goes into that, and it costs money. So that's the only reason I'm even going to be selling that. Yeah, there's a ton of casinos up there, right? Like in that whole area, all through Chicago area, it's just littered with casinos on prison hustles. Yeah. I mean, I could write I could write a book about Arkansas prison. See, that's the tricky thing about prison, guys, is Arkansas prison is not the same as Mississippi or California. Everywhere is a little different. So I could really only write about Arkansas. Obviously, I've never been in a federal prison or anything like that. So I don't have any knowledge of that. You know, I've heard stories or whatever, but like I don't have any firsthand knowledge. But I could definitely write one about Arkansas. I have a lot of stories, guys, a ton of stories. I was there a long time. I was there 12 years. So uh, that's a lot of days. That's a lot of hours to see stupid shit happen. Like, this is a I'm just going to tell a quick little prison thing, all right? So, a really common weapon in prison isn't like you'd think. So, it's not like a knife or even a prison whip, right? Uh, and if you guys don't know what a prison whip is, I'll explain it in a minute. But a really common weapon is to get baby oil and then heat it up really, really hot and go dump it on somebody. All right. This is nearly a better weapon than any of those other weapons. Right? Because when that oil starts burning you, it's not going to come off. And I've seen a lot of people get hurt really bad with baby oil. You wouldn't think of it. It's just baby oil heated up. And a lot of times they'll put water in it so they can heat it up and it'll be more liquefied. Uh, and that's one of the big weapons people use. Or another weapon that you wouldn't really think, but that people use a lot is they use their bed, like the rack they sleep on. What they'll end up doing is they'll like sneak up on somebody or whatever and kind of like hit them with it. I've seen this a lot where him and a couple guys will grab it and like throw it on somebody. Uh, and in Arkansas, they use a lot of locks. They'll tie locks to things or put them in socks. A lock in a sock is actually not that effective because a lot of times it'll break out the end of the sock. But you tie it onto like pant strings and you tie it like you braid a really hard rope on it, and it can be super effective. But anyway, so if anyone doesn't know what a prison whip is, I'm going to explain a prison whip really quick. All right, so a prison whip is one of the most brutal weapons in prison. And the reason being is because it's basically like drawstrings for pants, like wide drawstrings that they've braided, right? And they braid like, let's say 4 or 5 feet of this. But what they do is they braid into it like uh, hard pieces of metal, razor blades, stuff like that. And so when they hit someone with it and it wraps around them and they yank it, it's going to have razor blades and stuff, and it's just going to shred them. A prison whip, it's one of the most brutal weapons in prison. And so that's like it's pretty brutal. But one time, guys, I saw a guy. He was sitting on his bed, back against the wall, reading a book, and this guy had all gold teeth, and I'm talking all of his teeth. Front teeth were solid gold. And I actually was not the knit rack right next to him, but one more rack over. And another guy came up and just swung a lock and smacked him right in his mouth. Just wow. And he just spit out like 5 of these gold teeth into this book. His mouth was just gushing blood. And I mean, it was just a wild scene. And he didn't fight back or nothing. He just walked out of the barracks and, went and told the cops. And he had, I don't know how many thousands of dollars were in his mouth in gold teeth, but a bunch of it was in that book and that he was holding. And he was just gushing blood out of his mouth. I don't have any idea why. I'm sure it was some kind of business deal that went bad, but yeah, it was crazy. But so, I mean, yeah, there's just weird stuff, wild stuff happens all the time in prison. Just sometimes you're not in where it happens. You know, sometimes it happens at a different barracks or a different unit. But still, prison's crazy. It's not a good place. I don't suggest you go. I am not on parole. I've been off parole for a couple years. And I'm not on parole. I have no restrictions of any kind. I've been done with that for a while. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go hang out with my oldest son a little bit, Justice. Thank you guys for watching. So I'm going to do 2 more of these videos that are based upon that bankroll right there. And we'll see where we end up. Hopefully we don't have any bad runs like this again. And, you know, we can get, you know, up a couple $1,000. See what happens. Anyways, guys, this is Jacob from Wager Me This. And you guys have a great day.